So this is one of the biggest shopping centres in Spain, biggest in this region, and it is the focus of enormous attention and vast efforts by emergency services. And the reason is that behind me they are pumping out an underground car park that extends to several levels. And there are significant fears that there are people who were caught there when these floodwaters came in, and simply that car park was very rapidly submerged, and that the people who were in their cars or who were returning to them, just got out of them, would have been caught unawares and frankly would have had almost no chance of escape. So at the moment, the amount of equipment that has been brought here is enormous. It includes underwater robots, kayaks, boats, scuba diving equipment, lifting equipment, massive pumps. We've seen on the other side of this building vast amounts of water coming out all the time. We've just had a briefing from the Spanish police, who haven't given any numbers. They've said that this is an extremely complex operation, that progress is going to be slow. And although they didn't give numbers, we have actually just spoken to somebody who's involved in this operation, who's been down there and has seen the images in the car park, who said that there is well over 100 vehicles down there, and that the number of vehicles may run into the hundreds. And there are certainly fears of significant casualties here. The number of deaths in these floods is just over 200 at the moment, but I think it is expected to rise as they clear out areas like this and indeed other towns around this region. And that feeling that people have been abandoned lingers in many places. Not here, of course, where resources are being brought, not just from Valencia, but from all over Spain, from Madrid, from Barcelona, from other regions. This is, in a sense, an all-Spanish effort, and involves specialist emergency teams allied to the military, as well as the national police, the fire service, and so many others. But a reflection of that ongoing anger, I think, is down the road in Porta, where I was reporting from. The Spanish king has arrived there in order to show some allegiance with the people, to show fellow feeling, and he's been met with protests, with anger, with things being hurled in his direction. Why? Well, you have to remember, these floods hit here Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the evening. It's now local time 1:20 on Sunday afternoon, and this is the first time that the Spanish king has come here to this area. Now, by any stretch, that is a long period. Of course, he has expressed his sympathies. But when you walk around these towns and you see no police, no fire service, no military, these people are left to fend for themselves, to clear up the mud. And in one particular instance, to think, well, are we actually going to have to end up looking after dead bodies? The fact that it has taken so long for the king, and indeed for the Prime Minister, to come down here, to show their faces and express their sorrow in person, is going to create significant anger. So I think at the moment, the Spanish government, Spanish authorities are dealing with a series of challenges. On that political dimension, they are having to confront anger, but on a practical level, it's how do you manage this level of devastation, and then, which is widespread, and then on this, you have a very specific, focused rescue effort. And once again, there will be people who will wonder, bearing in mind that this car park was flooded on Tuesday night, why is it taken until Sunday afternoon before this concerted effort begins?